Yes, and to be completely fair, I'm the one who...
Oh? What happened? Did Paimon miss something?
Hello, you two.
Perhaps you should allow... I'm afraid...
Yes.
To be precise, I saw a most exquisite water orb at the entrance of the domain. It reminded me of it. I was curious if it could rotate, so I reached out. Little did I know that it was the core of this entire domain.
It's not just your fault. I failed in my responsibility.
Oh, you mean... Yes, that's the one. Anyway, but we were concerned you wouldn't be able to handle it all alone. So Eula and I will also stay...
But don't be mistaken. I'm not doing this out of the kindness of my heart like Kale.
Oh! I don't think anyone's buying that anymore, Eula. Though I do remember that Amber mentioned we should just nod and agree when you act like this. Right. You better not slack off today,
No.
Either way, Lessig is going to be in charge of making lunch for everyone today.
Yes, I'll do my...
What was that?
No, I mean...
Very good. But you should conserve...
Seems Adia has a little more pep in her step after finding other...
Now that you three are situated, we can focus on what the rest of us will... I'll go gather the others. We should get ready to leave as soon as possible.
And there she goes. Maybe this is how it feels to be in charge.
But a momentary distraction. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising...
bum boom! Motion to compel!
A chest full of valuables, and a trove of potential clues. Yeah.
Where are we going now? We're going to retrieve the last missing component. My working theory is that the director listed on the sign has it.
No details slips by our general.
What's a director? A director is a kind of job. The one we're looking for is named Zosimos. Zosimos is responsible for managing everything that happens on the stage, similar to how Idea is responsible for managing the whole realm. Wow! Sounds like Miss Idea must be way busier! You'd think so, wouldn't you? Care to comment on that at all, Idea?
Maybe someone else can explain. I'm just enjoying taking it easy, as usual. The director doesn't get out much. He's almost always cooped up in his treehouse making props or writing script. But I'm trying to remember now.
Huh? You don't remember?
Hey, don't forget!
I believe it's that way. Though he might prefer to be alone, given he often has to move stage props, I suspect, and having a view of the entire stage would. So if I were him, I'd
But how do you know which direction the theater...
simple. The overall layout and decorations look more exciting in that direction.
Oh, good point!
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Where did that blasted automation? But where are the female ones? Who's that? Idea?
Yes, Sosimos! 'Tis I, Idia!
This is a surprise.
Curled up in a fetal position, crying to yourself?
Wow, what a fascinating little creature.
The name's Paimon? And no, Paimon's no mind reader.
It seems everyone shares a similar opinion about you, Idea.
I knew from the start that a managerial role wasn't for me. But I found...
Mascot? Is that a new role? I don't...
Okay, enough about me. I'm just here to... And that's why we came to see you. Well...
I do... I'm afraid the incident has caused many malfunctions with the stage mechanisms, and I can no longer put on any performance.
Okay, so you're holding the component ransom till we help you fix the mechanisms, huh?
No. Till we fix the stage, surely.
I'd have thought he wants us to make some more props, no? Or maybe...
You're all forgetting that the majority of his work involves writing scripts. I'll wager that he wants us to edit them.
What has gotten into you all? What sort of person do you take me for, The component is safe and sound. I can... Although I was hoping that... maybe you might... You're a big group. I have lots of roles...
A show? I want to help! Can we?
Also, truth be told, I've hit a bit of a roadblock in my script and was just thinking about how to move the story forward. And then you all showed up. Suddenly, I got my muse back. I don't know how to explain it, but something about seeing all of you finally helped me figure out how to continue my script.
Huh? You mean that story you've been stuck on forever? Are you serious? You really think you can finish it now?
Yes, really. Just give me a little time, and I'll write it all up. In the meantime, I'll leave things to you, Idea.
Whoa! And he's off to write the script!
Zosimos has always wanted to write an epic story about a thief and a mage. Apparently, he got the idea from some rumors that were swirling around, but he only got as far as writing the intro before writer's block set in. Why don't you all take some time for yourselves while I see what I can do? We'll reconvene after the director finishes his script.
A director, my friends, is a storyteller. And the key ingredient to every good story, the heroine, was the missing piece of the... Well...
Director Zos...
Let me see. That's sojourn. It means to stay...
Oh, wait! There's...
It's okay, Klee. We can go through your lines together.
That would be most appreciated, Kaya. I had a feeling about you, actually.
You're too kind.
Oh, you think so? Well, if I make it as a big time...
What can I say?
Great. Fantastic. Now then, if you need me for anything, I'll be in the big...
Wonder what the theaters are like here. Let's go check it out while everyone's still getting ready.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues. Take it easy.
Where did it go? I put it right here.
Hey, Zosimos! What you up to?
Oh, please, come here. Feast your eyes on this stage. I designed it myself.
So, directors have to design the stage too?
I'm no ordinary director. I take a more holistic approach.
Sounds like a lot of work. Edea wouldn't be—
Edea has her work cut out for her too, you know. She's my one and only member of the audience, though she often criticizes my shows. Well, she just says what she thinks. You don't know how to write, or this is getting ridiculous. But even though she's my harshest critic, she's also been my biggest supporter in a lot of ways. I guess you could say she's like my agent. I'm very grateful to her.
So, what did you do
Like I said, I dreamed from a young age. Every time I came home after a show, I'd go over the story again and again in my mind. Unfortunately, I couldn't offer much beyond my practical skills, so I ended up spending most of my time as a prop designer. Don't get me wrong, I do love building the set.
No wonder you only wrote director on the sign.
Exactly. You're not doing a— By the way, could I ask you for your help with something?
The one you only just finished writing?
Yeah. After I handed everyone their copies, I held on to my master copy while I was checking on everything around the theater. If it's not here, then— But, I still have some things to do to get the stage ready.
No problem. Script. Oh, it sounds like a water droplet is on the second floor. Let's go have a look. Wow, this looks like the water droplet has been managing them for the director. Most of them look like works in progress. Then it should be the one that's finished. Okay, this is the only script that fits. Let's go give it to Director Zosimos. Zosimos, we got your script.
Ah, thank you. That's a huge help. I'm running out of time. Anyway, the stage is secondary. The performance is what really matters.
You don't sound very confident.
It's true. I realize now that a show, even if you have the same actors performing on the same stage, the performance will be slightly different every time. Those subtle differences are what make each performance special. Okay. One last request. The truth is that my sets are composed entirely of preprints. First, I use materials. Now, of course, preprints are really meant for making objects to furnish the domain. So using but Edea said that if this is what I really want to do, she's not going to
So that's what you meant earlier. Okay, well...
I'd like the Traveler to go into the preprint set and help move props around during the performance. The reason is...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. If you're busy directing, moving the props, and operating...
Yes, I know that I'm no master playwright, even if it really is a half-baked script.
Hard to turn a guy down after a speech like that.
Thank you. Genuinely, I'm so grateful. Long, long ago, there was a great thief. He lived in a land where the light did not shine, where all suffered in the darkness.
People call me?
Sorry, Kaya. Directly into the microphone, please. Otherwise your voice'll, you know.
Okay. They call me the Dagger Bandit, but no one sees that I rob the rich and give to the poor. Here in the dark, evildoers run rampant in the shadows, while the good, honest folk stumble blindly on, just trying to find a way through.
As the bandit brooded, suddenly the world was inexplicably changed as a single star appeared on the horizon and flew across the sky. Traveler, stomp on that movement mechanism in front of you.
Light. A brief flash, yet enough to illuminate the world. If I can find the source of that light, I can shine it into the darkness, and the people will suffer in blindness no longer.
Without a moment to spare, he set off to follow the star's course. All the while, the star kept moving through the sky. Traveler, the star kept moving through the sky.
Looks like I have to go through the desert. This could get dangerous.
If everything he'd heard was to be believed, the desert ahead was a no-man's land filled with horrors. Worse still, the star had landed in the most difficult-to-reach location, surrounded by sheer cliffs, but he was determined to press onward.
I've come this far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
The Dagger Bandit trekked deep into the desert wasteland. Yet when he finally arrived at his destination, he found not a fallen star, but a young girl, dressed in white.
How strange. I'm positive this is where the star landed. Young lady, do you know where the light has gone?
The girl replied,
Traveler from afar, the light you seek is only a bottled flame. But the flame has now died, and its light is long gone.
Bottled flame?
Yes, it was a gift from another.
And so, the girl began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The girl hailed from a kingdom that sat atop the waterfalls. But when the reigning dynasty fell and a new one seized power, she and her people fled for their lives. A thick fog began to fill the air as she made her way through the forest, and dense thickets tried to block her path. There is a mechanism down there that you can press to retract the thicket board below the stage.
If I only had a lamp to guide me through this wretched forest, then I could survive.
With scratches covering her arms and legs, the girl pressed through the pain and made her way forward. The road ahead was arduous, but she was determined to press onward.
I've come this far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
But just as she was drawing near her destination, a huge stretch of thorns and brambles suddenly came into view. Despair set in and began to weigh on her heart.
If only someone could help me, I would give anything in return.
The girl's heartfelt wish in her moment of desperation did not go unheard.
Wait! There's no mechanism for the final thicket!
Ugh, I must have forgotten to check those boards.
According to the story, those thickets should be gone from the stage now, right?
Yes, total oversight on my part. Ugh, what a pain.
I can help! Traveler, catch! It's a Jumpy Dumpty!
The girl's heartfelt wish did not go unheard, for a Jumpy Dumpty, who was passing by, helped to clear a path for her.
Oh, thank you, Jumpy Dumpty.
And so the girl continued her journey deeper into the forest. But what she found there was not a lamp, but a mage glowing with fire. So, just to clarify, it was supposed to be the mage who helped burn a path through the thicket.
Save it for the end, man!
The mage took pity on the girl and handed her a bottle. Then, the mage began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The fiery mage had an adventurous spirit and enjoyed taking long journeys. On one such journey, while taking rest in an oasis, she found a beautiful bottle by a crescent-shaped lake.
Klee, quick! Get in the light!
She was an extraordinary mage, with the power to grant people their wishes. She turned the bottle into a thing of equally extraordinary power. But the only place that it could make wishes come true was inside of the bottle.
Oh me! Oh my! Look at this wonderful bottle of mine! It could make a fine toy! But better still, a sojourner's home!
The fiery mage blew into the bottle, allowing it to grant one single wish outside its glass walls.
Oh, am I supposed to blow into it? Wow, it lit up!
A flame was kindled within the bottle, and it began to glow a fiery red, just like the mage herself. After the mage finished telling her story, she disappeared, leaving only the bottle behind.
A magic bottle that can grant wishes. Then I wish to leave this place and go somewhere where no one will ever find me again.
And then, the bottle seemed to softly inquire.
I don't know.
The flame in the bottle faded as the girl's single wish was granted, and she found herself in the middle of the desert, far away, where no one could ever find her. When the Dagger Bandit listened to her story, he sighed in disappointment that the flame with the power to grant wishes outside of the bottle had already died.
But this doesn't make sense. If it truly granted my wish, then nobody should have been able to find me here.
Maybe they shouldn't. The desert is difficult and dangerous to navigate, but I was determined to make it, no matter what.
Then take this bottle with you for your trouble. It may be able to grant you your wish, though sadly, only within the confines of the bottle itself.
All I wish for is light.
Honoring the bandit's request, the girl wished for light inside the bottle, and sure enough, it lit up. They found that while the light was only generated within, it could nonetheless shine through the glass and reach anywhere in the outside world.
Even though it doesn't burn as brilliantly as the light that shone before, this is still an extraordinary light. What will you do after I take the bottle?
I don't know.
Well, then maybe you should come back with me.
With no reason to refuse, the girl accompanied the Dagger Bandit back to the land where the light did not shine. They brought light to that place, and the darkness was dispersed, and they lived happily ever after.
And we're done! Seems the show went... Miss Honorary Knight! Didn't I do great? I felt like I really was the... Wow, great costume, Glee! As soon as Paimon saw your shadow, she thought straight away, what a cute hat! Glee loves it! Thanks, Mr. Zosimos! Oh, wait! No, I mean...
Mr. Direct? Huh, no one's ever...
Miss Adia said that she taped... Yeah, that's amazing! And it sounds like Adia did a great job, too! It was nothing, really. Just one of those, oh no...
Sewing is an art in its own right. You're more talented than you give your...
Really? Oh, I'm just gonna go for a second. She gets embarrassed so easily.
Idia's a sensitive person and doesn't have a whole lot of self-confidence. I hope I'll...
Don't worry. I'll go make sure she's okay.
So, what did you all think of the play? And...
Uh-oh.
Oh, absolutely! I had the courage to ask, didn't I? So, don't mince your...
Okay, Paimon will go first. So, the dialogue at the beginning was pretty good, but it ran out of steam as the story went on. Paimon could tell that you ran out of inspiration somewhere along. The characters were honestly a little bit ridiculous. Paimon didn't get what you were trying to do. The moment anyone started... Yes, all very good points, Paimon. I would add that in its attempt to... Miss Adia? What are... Oh, you know, I returned like the...
Huh, especially...
Mm-hmm. But there was one thing I liked about it. Just one, mind you. You think so? I thought...
Adia, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, sure. Excuse me for a moment. Back to you, Paimon. Keep up the good criticism.
In that case, Paimon did.
Let's hear it. Taking criticism on the chin is.
The ending was all wrong. The girl's motives were clear and simple the whole way through. It was. And doesn't anyone else find it weird how her whole community was on the run, but she was only looking out for herself the whole time?
I'm fine. I'm not going to improve without feedback. I also learned a lot this time with the chance to be off stage.
What a great attitude.
I wouldn't say I'm completely unaffected, but you're only speaking the truth.
Still, now that Paimon thinks about it, you did finish the script in a bit of a rush.
That's perfectly fine. We all use our imaginations when we're kids, right? I used to play with dolls in my own. Fast forward to now, and in many ways, I'm still that same little. Of course, a director can accomplish nothing without a cast and crew.
Hey, don't mention it. We had.
Okay, here, take this. Your component.
It's the bottle from the show. The one that.
That's right. Can you guess the secret behind. Bingo!
That should do the trick. Oh, wait, this needs tightening up a little. Hold on.
This outfit's more fashionable than I imagined.
Excuse me, everyone. Do you have a moment? Especially you, Zosimos. Idia wants to do
A dream come true?
Yes. Her words, not mine. I'd have to disagree, though. I have never thought of Idia as a...
How is this suddenly about? If everybody is ready, then I'd like to invite tonight's male lead to take the stage. Ta-da!
Cool!
How is me changing outfits supposed to make the director's day? It's just a
Don't be silly. If I know our director, nothing will make him happier than to see his ideas brought to life.
Well, then I'm happy to.
Zosimos drew up countless designs and made a few prototypes before landing on this one. It just needed some tailoring to fit properly, so I made a few stitches here and there.
Oh, it's. Oh!
How are you doing? Recovered?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, please.
Can I keep wearing my...
Please do, by all means. Both of you can keep.
Yay! Kaya! I agree with our mage.
Sure. I think I can be.
Bye-bye, Mr.
Take care, my dear friend.
Oh, Eula and Kale! You got back before us!
Yes. Idia had the water droplet send us a message just as the show was coming to an end.
How is Lessig doing?
He finished all the maintenance work, but it took...
Oh,
Consider.
if you say so. Okay,
Isn't this where we first met?
correct. The core of the Veluriyam Mirage is the largest streaming projector of all, and this domain is one gigantic
Whoa, so everything we've seen is created by... So, to fix it, same process as usual, right?
Exactly. Well done.
It's hard to forget after doing it so many times.
Let's get going. This is the final...
Yay! Suddenly, Paimon...
The hub consists of these components. All you need to do is place them onto the foundation in the right shape.
great shape. But we... Oh. Sometimes you have no standards whatsoever. But why isn't it turning?
The components are back in the core, and the hub is restored to its proper shape again. That's all we needed to do. Like any wound, it just needs time to heal. It'll probably just start turning again one day in the middle of the night when...
Really? I thought that with your special abilities, you...
What?
Huh? All of us are dying to see it. Not just how the domain looks when it's fixed, but also Idea. In her element. I want to see Idea using her magic powers too! What are you guys talking about? And how is Clean on this, but Paimon isn't?
They're referring to our mascot's true form.
As I've said all along, there's much more to Idea than she gives herself credit for. She has a very special power. Though, I think some of us have sensed that already. Did you notice right away, General? I only found out when I was chatting with Eula.
So our general was the first to notice. It seems like she's more perceptive than she lets on.
I'd say the same about you, Kaya.
What the... All of you know? I mean, I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, I promise. It's just... For people who stumble upon this place by accident, I think my current form is more approachable than my true one. I don't want people to get scared when they see me.
What? What is it? And whatever it is, how the heck does everyone know about it? Well, for one thing, I sensed elemental energy in the residents here, but none of them have visions. Then my mind started to wander as I was reading a storybook, and suddenly, I had a thought. Since hydroidolins can change into any form, why not human form?
You hit the nail on the head. All right, in that case... I am an Oceanid who was exiled here when the former Hydro Archon passed away. My name is Idea.
Wow, Idea! You're so...
Now that I'm in my true form, I suddenly feel a little embarrassed.
You look stunning. You should be flying.
Oh, come on.
Wait, so does this mean that all the people we met in here are...
I'm guessing that the human counterparts to these Hydro alter egos are long gone.
That's right. When they wanted to leave, I took them to the edge of the desert. The components are, in fact, gifts, but I'm always curious about what brings people here. So I used the streaming projector.
The power to grant wishes, but only within the confines of the bottle.
Exactly.
It's a truly extraordinary...
I've just realized something. When the components fell from the core, it appeared as if they had returned to their respective owners. It was after the components landed where they did that their owners and the things associated with them arose around them to form.
So now that the components have been retrieved...
Don't worry, they'll be quite safe. As long as I remember them, they'll never disappear. However much we might criticize each other or get into scuffles.
I had so much fun in the choo-choo cart. Me neither. I'll always remember.
Very good.
This one's all yours, Adia.
That's strange. Nothing. Oh, crumbs. Not now. Not right. Oh. Someone get me a bottle.
You're already in a...
What now? This was the... Yes, General Sangoro.
If it's okay with you, would you let me borrow the Shinro casket?
Ah, the Shinro casket. Here.
Wow! It's the relic that Kokomi mentioned
It was once a ritual vessel used for making offerings in the Moon Shrine. It's made from the remains of a yokai called the Shinkiro, and it can listen to the wishes of those who come to pray to build up Shinki. Several centuries ago, the relic was... The pearl that goes with it should be able to sense the casket's location. But when, unbeknownst to anyone, Huh? How?
Well, imagine it was a sound instead of light. If the room is too big, you can't hear anything from out.
Oh! I get it.
I understand now, too. The core has been wearing out recently. That's why...
To get back to the story, without the offerings, yet countless people who have been...
Wow!
It is powerful enough to help you repair the Veluriyam Mirage.
But... what...
It's simple. We just need... For example, my wish is to use my critical idea.
Me? My wish is that all those who have sojourned to the Veluriyam Mirage in the past, even though I know full well that trying to build a railway in the outside world, and I know that Sosim, despite all of that somehow...
Okay, the combined power of our hopes and dreams is at your disposal.
Look! The wheel's been fixed!
Come on, hurry! you're back.
Everyone's praise and curious questions went to my head. I said,
Please don't say that.
Yeah, and you weren't granting wishes for yourself. I have friends like that too. Other people's hopes and dreams are what motivate. If you ask me, that's one of the most noble things a person can.
please, no more praise. I'm really not comfortable with it. Someone like me doesn't just.
Well, at least the domain is fixed now. And all.
What's the matter, Klee?
I suddenly have loads and loads of more wish. Is there a way to get up on top?
There is a way, but there's only space.
That's okay. I can go up by myself. But it'd be more fun with Miss Honorary Knight. Are we sure about this? What happens if we fall off? Well, yeah, but...
Don't worry, I'll be there to make sure no one falls off. Whenever people have to leave this domain, I like to come up here and spend some time alone after I've seen them. They're always overjoyed when they first arrive and start bringing their magic. But once they realize that they can't take anything home with them, they get upset. Some of them.
Do you ever get sad, Indeed?
I feel lonely at times, but not sad. A lot of people destroy everything they created before leaving, but some don't, like the residents you met. Before they left, they asked me to make replicas of themselves using hydro-eidolons. Then they tasked these replicas with maintaining everything they built here, as if this was their way of keeping their dreams alive.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know how they're faring in the outside world, but just the thought that one day they might achieve their dreams and live on the outside just as their counterparts do in here, that's enough to make me happy. It feels like I'm here waiting for them in the future, where they've achieved everything they wanted. Really? I just think that every dream, every wish, is like a flame in a bottle. Whether someone is still working towards their dream or living it already, as long as whenever they think back to that spark of light within them, it still makes them smile fondly. That's all it takes.
Well, I feel super happy right now.
Then I guess I finally paid Alice back after all these years. Funny to think I've been in the middle of a desert this whole time. It's just a giant muddy swamp to me.
Time for Paimon to give you a nickname! Mud Fairy! Watch out for Idea the Mud Fairy!
How dare you mock me! I'm still embarrassed to have shown you my uglier side, but I'm glad the Veluriyam Mirage is up and running again. This place is going to be bustling with activity again soon enough. I hope you'll take some time to enjoy yourselves.
Yep! I want to get everyone for one last ride on the...